you get a greater appreciation for.
And I'm gonna give you props because I see everything you're doing with her, and I'm just like, dang, like you've gone through your life and you're at where you're at, and then you're still able to do everything you do with her, from activities to schoolwork to everything. And I think as a single dad, not a lot of fathers can say that.
Yeah.
And I don't want to touch race, but as I will touch race because my daughter is mixed. And I think that definitely giving her knowledge on that she's a mixed child, can definitely bring certain challenges in her life. And definitely building that connection with her, I want to open her eyes early on to that, because even right now in first grade, she faced the challenge of being the only mixed child in her classroom. How they made fun of her hair, her skin color, and it's like, it might not be like big to people, but it is to her because she's different.
Yeah.
Prior to being in the other school she was in, she was like fitting in because it was an all African American charter school. So she fit in. It was like right at her level. Everybody was the same. But now coming to here, where it's Hispanic, it's hard for her to be accepted and to build, because they see her attitude as being too dominant, and they can't accept that. But my husband said, that's the African American side of her coming out, because she wants to be this leader, and she has so many qualities to be a leader. But opening that perspective to her, to like, hey, you're gonna have people who like you because you're Hispanic, but they might not like that you're half African American, or vice versa. You're gonna have people that like you because you're African American, but they might not like the fact that you're Hispanic.
Yeah.
So that brings up a whole challenge for her.
Yeah. Zoe don't know she black yet, so.
Yeah, what'd you say?
Zoe don't know she black yet.
What does that mean? Well,
I
can't even say anything to that.
I don't, something like being open about it. The only thing I really participate in black culture is rap music. And
really?
Yeah, she don't listen to rap music, but she know what I listen to, and she's like, oh, that's dad music. But she don't really understand that's like, kind of music, black people listen to. So like the whole black heritage and black things like that, I'm just like not really into. So it's like she takes all her mama things, but yeah. But she's mixed, so she doesn't really look black. She don't look black, but she's more black than anything, but it's just hilarious. When she was younger.
And that's interesting that you say that. My daughter is so intrigued with the African American culture. Like, she learned about Rosa Parks last year and Martin Luther King, and she was so intrigued with this. She wanted to keep learning about this. But it's like, I talked to my husband about it, and I told him, like, that culture, I can't give it to her. I don't know about it, So, and I don't want her to learn the quote unquote textbook, because it's not. I feel like it's not the real thing. She needs to learn it from I think somebody who has knowledge of that culture, because the Hispanic side of it, I can give her a synopsis of it and tell her, like, okay, this is how we grew up, and this is the traditions and X, Y, and Z. But the African American side of it, it's like we're learning along the way what to give her.
Yeah, but I got something for her. I just downloaded that Audible book.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, so I'm gonna make her get an African American book. So I was thinking about that yesterday.
I didn't even know they had them on there.
Something? I don't know. They better.
No, because we went to Barnes and Noble and they had the whole biographies for kids, like during February for Black History Month, and she picked them up. She liked reading about them, but definitely going to download that app so she can definitely read it and on her spare time. But, I think right now with everything that's going on, she needs to be aware of that. For me, she needs to be aware of her culture and her heritage, because it plays a part of how things are going right now in society.
Yeah, definitely. How we going to teach them, it's going to be now.
Yeah, definitely have to be. And, something along the lines of that, I think my family never taught me to see color. And that was a big thing that I hope I'm teaching her, not to see color on people, because I don't think that's the right way of living, so to say, because it's like we're all human beings, whether white, dark, white, whatever it is. And I hope that she's learning that as.
Yeah. There's some good books on Hulu. You should check them out.
Yeah, I'm gonna download it when we're new.
Yeah.
So, back to this connection.
Good way to jump back. It's a good way to jump back into it, even though we were already in it.
Yeah, definitely. I mean, I think even as people are not parents, they have to have interacted with their nieces, nephews, godchildren, anybody. And once you have a child in your life, that connection, they're gonna look up to you as a role model.
Yeah.
And everything you do, they're gonna somewhat mimic it.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah. So I think that kind of entwines, with parenting and a connection. Not necessarily everybody's a parent, birth parent.
Yeah.
For you to teach a child. So, and, I just hope somebody can connect with us that way too.
Yeah. One of these days.
Yeah, one of these days. Hopefully soon.
Yeah. You never know. You never know what you're going to run into in this social work world.
Seriously, I don't know. I think I've run into so many people outside of work more than in work. And definitely working out of county gives me that distance from running into people's life stories.
Well, no. Yeah. I was referring to professional people that can help us grow. Not clients.
Oh, yeah.
I don't care to run into clients.
I took it the other way.
Yeah.
No. I mean, I met, here in town, with the agencies I work with, I met the mayors and the governors, and they have those what they call legislative luncheons.
Yeah.
And things like that they let us attend. So definitely building those relationships, they can go a long way because they've given me some awesome references so far.
Oh, definitely, yeah. References are really critical in this profession because you never know who you're gonna run into again. We had a Christmas party back in December, and I ran into my old supervisor from our previous job. She had left the agency and went to work for CPS, and I didn't see her for a year and a half. And at a Christmas party, it was like, Michael, and I was like, what? And we work at the same agency. Yeah,
that's crazy.
Mm-hmm. Small. Austin is small. The social work community in Austin is small. That's it's really critical to not mess up your name because it's small.
And you know what? I think out here, it's small within the county. But once you expand to the counties nearby, it's just ridiculously big. The agency I'm with has just social workers. I think it has over 2,000 just in one, in CPS at least.
Oh wow.
So, yeah, and then there's APS, and then there's IHSS. It just keeps growing and growing. But it's because I went to one of the bigger counties here in California.
Oh. Yeah, Texas is humongous. I don't even... I used to work... Well, I still currently work at this... I'm going to call it foster care. shelter. I work at a kids shelter, and
Mhm.
part of the kids shelter is we take prior to I think we stopped in September before the state did something when it was like regions. You got to stay within your regions. Well,
Mhm.
before then, we were getting kids from all over the state. And, you know, Texas is big, so we were getting kids from El Paso, and I'm like 12 hours from El Paso. We was getting kids from Lubbock. We was getting kids from like almost like Louisiana and Texas border. Like kids were coming far just to our shelter, and it's like y'all ain't got nowhere else to go.
Was it a receiving center?
Yeah.
Okay. They closed down the one out here.
Mm.
Yeah, they closed it. The county kind of made a new policy and they closed it down. So it's, I think the transition that they're going with is something that it'll make headlines soon because it's, it's just that. I think it's that.
Texas always doing something, but California be doing some illegal stuff. But that's a whole different conversation. Y'all be doing illegal stuff down there. Definitely.
Yeah.
All right. Good. Let us talk. Great first episode. More to come. Definitely exciting. Get a different perspective from your educated and eventful life. You want to say peace out, everybody?
All right, people. We hope to get some feedback and stay tuned for episode 2.
All right. Peace out, holla.